It'll come into here. That will then spit it into there, right? Comparators. So we need one guy out of there, and then we'll go that way. And then we'll grab one of those. Oop. Ah! Dang it. Okay. You go there. I mean, it doesn't really matter how that's facing. And then we'll need a block there. So we'll put prismarine, because why not? And then you need a block, I think. And then you and you. Aha. So if this is, we'll make this one the bricks just cuz. I don't think I need to put anything in there, but I'm going to put something in there anyway. I might. You never know. So we'll do that. I think we actually do. And so this won't fire until it matches that.
What the? Hello, Minecrafters and Redstoners. I'm Natanis Likens, and welcome back to another video where we are going to be talking about the crafter. Now, before we begin, this is actually the second time recording this. I am trying to fix my audio. So, because I'm trying to fix my audio, you should subscribe. Anyway, that's my cheeky little plug for that. And the whole reason we are doing this, as you saw at the very beginning of the video, is xBcrafted was making a setup for his prismarine farm or his guardian farm, however you want to do that. And I was sitting there watching that. I was like, wait, what? I was just like so confused as to what he was doing. So we are going to talk a little bit more about, because apparently nobody is watching my videos and seeing that, you know, there's some do's and don'ts and just how you're supposed to go about doing things. I didn't record the entire section because he made some really weird choice. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't watch that opening. Like, skip by the first, like, I don't know, minute of the video of his. I'm sorry, XB. I mean, no harm. It just, we need to correct what you did there and get people that may have watched that and be like, oh, I want to try that. We need to correct that badly. There's a few things you did wrong. And I know that's side seat gaming, but at this point, I'm kind of embracing it. Yeah, we're going to do this. So let's talk a little bit more, once again, about the crafter and how this thing works. Okay, so as a reminder, the crafter is going to put out a signal strength based on the number of slots that are filled. It's not how many items are in it, it's how many slots are filled. So we got 8 slots right here blocked off. And as you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lamps, only 8 of which are lit. We've got 8 slots. You see how that goes together. There's 8 slots filled, we got 8 lamps on. So that's how that works. So keep that in mind. Now, what he does in his video, the first thing that I was like, that shouldn't work, and it does. Okay, let's dive into this. This thing does not read what you have put into it. In other words, if I set up something to make planks, it's not going to say, oh, I need to make planks, and then just make planks. No, it doesn't work that way. And what I mean by that is when he fills up the crafter on the side. So basically this little setup, let's go over this first. So this comparator is taking a signal from this crafter and saying, hey, I need to output a signal, okay? It's based on how many slots are filled. At the moment, we got all 9 slots filled. So it is putting out a signal strength of 9. Now, the first problem is the way he set this up. He actually set this up that you have two comparators in their normal state, one feeding into the other one to output a signal based on what the signal is coming in. Now, if I have this signal over here set up to be 9, it is going to work. Technically, this works, but you don't really need to set it up this way. That's kind of weird that he did it that way. And it's even weirder that he didn't even do it right. He did this. Like, I don't know why you would do that. Just take these items out and click all these. Now, this is one way you can do it, and like I said, this is going to make a block if we power it based on the slots that are taken up. This will work. It shows right here that it will work, but it's actually kind of incorrect. You don't need to do it that way. All you really need to do is come over here, right-click on this guy, put it in subtract mode. Now, if you've forgotten, or you never watched my video where I covered the comparator and how it works, subtract mode subtracts the signal coming in from the side to what it's getting from behind. So right now, we have a signal strength of 9. Coming into the side, we have a signal strength of 8. That is all you need in order to send out a signal. This one's got a signal strength of 9, and that one's got a signal strength of 8. We're subtracting 8 from 9, and that's how we're getting a signal strength of 1. This is actually probably the better way to do this. You can do it like he did and have the full signal strength of 9, but it's not really necessary. Just throw that comparator into subtract and fill this up. Like, click on these slots and get your 8 marked out there. And it doesn't even, the pattern here doesn't even matter. Like, as long as you have just 8 or 3 or 4 or whatever it is you need a signal strength for, all you got to do is just right-click so many of these. It doesn't matter where they're at. Now, moving on from there, we need to talk about how you use this to make certain items, because yeah, he didn't do it right and he was confused by why it wasn't working. So again, we got the same kind of setup that he did here, only I've got all of my comparators that are reading this crafter, the one that's actually making stuff. I've got that one set up there, and this is feeding into it. And this one has, it is in subtract mode. So all I gotta do is put this hopper right there on top of the crafter, and it's going to start pulling down this raw iron, and it's going to start making blocks of raw iron. And all we got to do is just do like that, and you'll see that this will start to craft. And it's a very simple setup. Doing this is very, very, very simple. This is all you need as far as redstone to get this to work. That's it. You just need 2 comparators, a redstone dust, a repeater, and then 2 crafters. That's it. That's literally all you need. And I can even demonstrate that. We've got the same thing here. We're going to turn iron nuggets into iron ingots. If I just throw the hopper there, and you'll watch. Made one right there. Let's make another one right there. Yeah, that's all you need to get it to work. And that even applies to blocks. We can make blocks of iron and a lot of other things. I got a few set up to show you that this is the same completely across the board. You just set it up this way. And there you go. We're making blocks of iron right there. And again, it's very, very simple. We can just go through these and do these, because there's no real reason to show all of these. This method is exactly the same for all of these items here. And in fact, even more items have that same kind of setup. You don't need to do a whole lot. Redstone blocks, for instance, would be the same kind of thing, where all you really got to do is just get this type of pattern going on. A little bit different item we are going to get to in a moment. This is why he was confused, and part of the reason why I wanted to make a video. So for the prismarine bricks, the prismarine bricks is actually filling out the entire 3x3 area. So that's going to be 9 prismarine shards completely around this, and I can demonstrate it just by adding that there. You'll see, whoop, wrong thing. This will fill up and make a prismarine brick right there. It works simple like that. However, part of what he messed up on and why he got like confused is when it comes to just a regular prismarine. This needs a slightly different setup, and it has nothing to do with this. In his video, what he does to try to get this to work is he comes to this one and does this. This is not going to tell this, I want you to make this pattern. He left this completely open. It's not going to automatically do that because you have it set up here. You don't need this. All you need is to fill this up. So first off, he's wasting material by thinking he needs to put it in this one. Second off, what he needs to do is block these off right here. And as you will see, I need to put a hopper right there. It's going to fill up this 2x2 right here and then automatically craft this. As simple as that. And you can do that for anything that requires a 2x2 or the 3x3. For anything else, such as slabs and stairs, you have to do something a little bit different. For stairs, just mark these 3 slots off, and whatever you're putting in to automatically make stairs will fill in these open areas, and you will get stairs coming out of it. If you leave these open, what will actually happen is it will fill in it'll fill in this spot here, this spot, and actually thinking about it, it's actually going to make pressure plates continuously. Furthermore, it might actually be making oak buttons the entire time. Whatever you're doing. You need to set this up for a specific shape. So if I want stairs, it needs to fill in like that to make stairs. I cannot just leave these open and hope for the best. It doesn't work that way. So just be mindful of how you got these set up, and that is for anything. If you want to make storage, you need to mark off the 2 sides, whatever your material is to make the sword, like 2 iron ingots right here and a stick there. The problem with anything that has more than 1 crafting material is the crafter doesn't care what order the stuff go in. It doesn't care that you're trying to make a sword. It doesn't care that you're trying to make a bow. It doesn't care that you are trying to make anything in the game. You name it, the crafter doesn't care. The crafter is just going to get items based on how the items are inputted to it. And it's going to fill it out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's going to go in that order every time. So if you don't have this set up, it's not going to work. Let's just take these out. In order for you to have any kind of more complicated crafting going on with the crafter, you need to set up something like what I have over here. And this one here is for making just regular pistons. I've even got a piston right there to show you what this is making. And it gets a little more complicated. So this item's going to drop first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way down. And it will eventually find its way over into this crafter, which will get a signal. This setup is a little more expensive and a little more complicated. It could be a lot simpler. I just went for something that was crazy looking because I like, large amounts of redstone to make it look complicated. But yeah, that is what you would have to do to make anything more complicated. And again, I just come down here and show you that these items have to go in slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they have to go in that order. So knowing the recipe is very important. You need to feed the items as the recipe appears. Again, the crafter does not care what the recipe is. It will simply take in blocks regardless of where that block goes or item goes. And over here, to further prove a point, I actually have a setup that makes dispensers. And this setup is a little more complicated and a lot more things are going on. In fact, I've removed a piece of redstone there to kind of demonstrate this. So this is set up to make bows right here. And as I said, this does not care that I'm trying to make bows. If I take these sticks out, or if I take, well, actually the sticks in this particular instance, and I can demonstrate that right now. If I take these sticks out, it's just going to start throwing string in there. It doesn't care that sticks are supposed to go there. See? See how that works? So, yes, you need to pay attention to how you're using it and how you're putting things in. If you're trying to do anything complex that requires more than one item, you got to set it up in a very specific way. And anything else just doesn't make sense why you would do that. We got another wandering trader there. So the whole point of this is that the very next setup that he makes is completely incorrect. Again, he just leaves this completely open instead of blocking this off and filling in this. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking doing this as his signal. Like this isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work. This setup is not gonna tell this what you're trying to make. The only way that this will work is if you got that filled in like this, and then this blocked off here, and as the prismarine comes in, it's going to fill that slot, it's going to fill this slot. This slot is blocked, so it's going to automatically go there, and then the final one's going to go there. Now you're getting a full signal strength. It's going to spit out that signal. I don't have my other blocks on me. As you can see, we just got the prismarine. Just like that. And again, that kind of setup right there is for any kind of simple crafting. And yeah, that's how that works. I hope you find this helpful, and I really hope XB sees this. I don't mean any harm towards XB. I don't mean to be antagonistic towards him. I am just trying to be informative. I know that may come across as me like attacking him or something, so I want to clarify that I am not. I am just trying to fill in information for other people and like teach a little bit of redstone. I am not the master of redstone. Like I said, I make really big things. If you've ever seen my other video, I made a whole binary system based on what Tango Tech is doing in season 10. And that's this over here. I like doing things big and making it look impressive. What it does may not be impressive, and as far as like compacting it and making it really small, that actually confuses me at times. So like doing big projects like this is more interesting to me because I think it looks impressive. But yeah, I hope you guys found this very helpful. XB, if you did see this, I hope you'll leave me a comment saying, oh yeah, thanks, or something, or, you know, like, let's hang out, or, you know, maybe you want to do a collab, or, you know, something. Yeah, until next time, guys, please leave a like, and please subscribe. Like I said, 99% of y'all that watch my videos, if you do watch them, aren't subscribed. So I would very, very, very appreciate more subscribers. I'm trying to hit 100 before the end of the year, which is also why I'm re-recording this. I'm hoping that the audio sounds a lot better. I've been struggling with that for so long, I finally said to heck with it. Did some research, and hopefully we got the settings to what we actually need, even though my OBS is screaming at me right now. So yeah, until the next time, I'll see you on the other side of the rift. Bye!